What's up guys, I'm Simon here with Z1 Off-Road, and today I'm going to be telling you about our 2-inch body lift kit for the Nissan Frontier. This is going to work on D41, and essentially what this kit is a way to space your cab up 2 inches off of the frame. And the reason you would do that is, one, it looks really cool, totally transforms the look of the truck, gives it a much more aggressive appearance overall. The main thing is it helps a ton with tire fitment. So on this white truck, we've actually been able to fit 35s, and I'm not gonna say there's no cutting, but comparatively, we've been able to do this with a whole lot less cutting than we would have had because of this 2-inch body lift. So it's been a huge help for us on that front. And I guess to explain a little bit more about the kit, essentially what you've got are these UHMW spacers that go on all of your cab mounts all around the frame. And so the UHMW, that's ultra high molecular weight polyethylene, similar to that of aluminum. Ultra strong kit. We use grade 12.9 hardware, so these bolts you see here will just replace the factory bolts on your body mounts with the spacers in place. And then if you've got a D40, you'll use this length bolt all around. But you'll see here I've got these longer bolts. These are only going to be used on the D41. So what this solves is essentially the rear mounts on the D41, the rear cab mount, those are hydraulic mounts. So they just need a longer bolt. Otherwise, the process is exactly the same. And of course, when you shift your cab up, you know, some of the stuff's gonna come with it and some of it isn't. One of the things that does come with it is the radiator. So the radiator actually shifts up and you'll need to run this extended radiator hose. This is included with the kit. We've got a version for VQ40, VQ30. And if you're a D40 or VQ40, you'll also get an extended power steering hose. And the reason we did that is rather than try and fabricate a new bracket or modify the existing bracket, we found it a bit easier to just drain the power steering fluid out, hook on this new hose, and then fill the system back up, burp it, and you'll be good to go. So overall, you know, it makes the kit, we believe, you know, very, very approachable to install. You can do this in your driveway with a jack and some friends, or you know, we prefer to do this one on a lift. And so the way that we would do that is we would go through each corner and go up under the vehicle, and just anywhere we see a wiring harness or anything like that that connects from the body down to the frame, we would just loosen that up, you know, unclip it if it's clipped, and then just very, very slowly lift the cab up with our lift and leave the frame either sitting on jack stands or even just on the wheels. And just keep a close eye on it, go nice and slow, and raise the cab up until we've got 2-inch space to fit these spacers. The process for the bed is going to be pretty much exactly the same. On the bed, we actually used, instead of raising with the lift, we just used pole jacks. We raised the truck up in the air, disconnected the bed mounts, and then just slowly raised it up with a pole jack in each corner. We found that worked really well. So the bed has 4 bolts that hold it on. They're going to use this exact same spacer, but with this shorter bolt. And then on the areas where the bed would ordinarily kind of rest on the frame, we've got these spacers that fit in there and essentially just take up that gap and keep things nice and strong. There are a few approaches you can take for the rear bumper. The rear bumper, you know, is fixed to the frame. It's not fixed to the bed or the body. So the rear bumper wants to kind of stay down as you lift the bed up. So you can either fabricate something or, you know, modify your rear bumper and re-drill the holes to lift it up. But we actually find that it's much easier and still pretty cool looking to just run this filler panel. So essentially what this is when you lift the bed up, you'll see, you know, a small gap between the bed and the bumper. But this just fills that gap and it looks great. It looks like a nice OEM Plus solution, which is exactly what we were going for. Same thing with the front bumper. The crash structure that runs across the front is, you know, that's fixed to the frame. So we've got these really nice welded plates that are essentially 2 layers of sheet metal, big, thick metal. So the front is essentially the same. The crash structure is fixed to the frame, but the body pulls the plastic bumper up. And so what we do to accommodate that is we've got crash bar relocations that just shift that crash bar up 2 inches. They still fit nice and OEM looking, and those are super strong. We've had great luck with this kit overall. Yeah, we we're really happy with how it turned out and made it that much easier for us to fit 35s, transform the look of the truck, and pretty excited about it. So if you want a kit like this for your truck, if you want a 2-inch body lift for your Nissan Frontier, check it out at z1offroad.com.